it feels important to be performing it now, and not just in an historical context, but here in 2019, we now share those freedoms, Australians can share those freedoms that other parts of the world still don't. So politically, I think there's an importance to it as well. Cavafy wrote the poem in 1927 against a backdrop of homosexuality being illegal. So there's a backdrop of fear and repression there that he's almost quietly fighting against through the poem, I feel. And so that charges the piece. Even today, I think that resonance is still there. That charges the piece with an energy that these characters that the narrator is looking at are on the outskirts of the society. They're not falling in line with correct expectation. These are characters who are on the margins at that point. And now, in light of Australia's changes in the law and marriage equality and the Yes campaign, and sort of having that equality in Australia now, that there's a different frisson, and maybe that's more of a celebration at the moment.
I've had a long relationship with Cavafy's work, and I've set 7 or 8 of them. And for me, what I love about it is that there's a kind of constantly shifting platform of the narrator of the poem from the very, very intimate and detailed to something much bigger. The poem Two Young Men is in my mind, is in 4 parts. And the first part depicts a young man sitting in a cafe waiting for his friend to arrive, and his friend is increasingly late, and people are clearing out, and the man is all of a sudden overcome with anxieties about his life decisions, why he's spent all his money.
Of his 3 poor shillings, only one was left. During his long wait, he'd squandered all the rest on coffee and cognac.
And then the second part is actually a moment which I unfold, and the moment is the thrill of seeing someone come into a long-awaited friend arriving, which is such a specific emotion.
But when he saw his friend come in all at once, the weariness, the boredom, the thoughts all fled.
And I think about it in the days before we had cell phones and could actually know where people were, and so you just had to say meet me at 10, and then either they would or they wouldn't, and then
And in this case, he doesn't.
And in this case, he doesn't, exactly. So there's this moment of his friend comes in, and then everything, sort of the atmosphere changes, and that's almost the longest part of the piece. And then the friend has won money in a card game, exactly. And then they spend all the money, and there's this kind of bawdy, fun, let's spend all the money moment.
His friend brought some unexpected news. In the card game, he'd won £60.
Yeah, but the money also allows them to not just spend it, but to be together in a way that they couldn't in that society.
It gives them an environment in which to, exactly.
Yes.
And then it dissolves into the kind of offstage 4th part when the text says that they gave themselves to love once they so it's great. It was a very clear chaptered poem.
Shed between them was